Welcome back to another Algebra 1. Today we are going to be doing test corrections for Chapter 5 test. Alright, problem number 1. 1 through 4, they're asking us to solve the system of linear equations using any method. So I'll use different methods. You just need to show your work. If you chose not to use this specific method I did, it can be either graphing, substitution, or elimination. You can use any one of those three methods to solve the problem. So for this first one, I'm going to use substitution. Since this is y equals 5x plus 7, I'm just going to substitute this right in for this y. So I have 3x plus, and then I put this in, 5x plus 7. So there's my 5x plus 7 equals negative 9. First step, I'm going to combine my like terms. 8x plus 7 equals negative 9. And I'm going to solve for x minus 7 on both sides. And I get 8x equals negative 16. Alright, divide by 8, divide by 8, and I get x equals negative 2. So I'm going to plug that x equals negative 2. I'll plug it right back in here for x. So y equals 5. And then my x value is negative 2 times negative 2 plus 7. Y equals negative 10 plus 7. Y equals negative 3. So I now have my answer is negative 2, negative 3. Now, how do I know if that's my answer? Well, let's check. So I have my first equation, which is 3x plus y equals negative 9. So I'm going to plug in my negative 2 for x, my negative 3 for y. So 3 times negative 2 plus negative 3 equals negative 9. Negative 6 minus 3 equals negative 9. Negative 6 minus, negative 6 minus 3 is negative 9. So I get negative 9 equals negative 9. That checks out. Now let's put it into our other equation, which is y equals 5x plus 7. So I have negative 3 equals 5 times negative 2 plus 7. Negative 3 equals negative 10 plus 7. Negative 3 equals negative 3. That checks out. So there's my answer, negative 2, negative 3. Alright, just to alleviate any confusion, I'm going to do this next one in pen so that you can clearly see the difference between number 1 and number 2. Again, pause this if you need it to get to the right answer and the right check. So here we have x plus 4y equals 6, negative x plus y equals negative 1. So for this one, I'm going to use elimination. So the first one I use substitution. This one I'm going to use elimination. So to eliminate, I'm just going to add these two together because I have a positive 1x and a negative 1x, so that just equals 0. And then I have 4y plus y, so that's 5y equals 5. Divide by 5, get y equals 1. So I'm going to plug this y equals 1 back into here. So I have x plus 4y equals 6. Plug the 1 in for the y. X plus 4 times 1 equals 6. X plus 4 equals 6. X equals 2. So what I think my answer is 2, 1. But how do I know? Well, I know because I check. So I plug it in. X plus 4y equals 6. So I have 2 plus 4 times 1 is 4 equals 6. 6 equals 6 checks out. Negative x plus y equals negative 1. That's my next equation. Negative 2 plus 1 equals negative 1. That checks out. So there is my answer. Okay. Going to go back to pencil. Number 3. 9x minus 2y equals 34. 5x plus 2y equals negative 6. Well, I have a negative 2y and a positive 2y, so I'm going to use elimination again and just add these together. 14x equals 28 divided by 14, x equals 2. So what I think is my x value, so I plug my x back in, let's plug it in here. So 5 times 2 plus 2y equals negative 6. 10 plus 2y equals negative 6 minus 10. So I have 2y equals negative 16. Divide by 2. Divide by 2, and I get y equals negative 8. So I think my answer is 2, negative 8. So let's check. 9x minus 2y equals 34. So 9 times 2 minus 2 times negative 8 equals 34. 18, and then negative 2 times negative 8 is plus 16 equals 34. 18 plus 16 is 34. 34 equals 34. Check my other one. 5x plus 2y equals negative 6. 5 times 2 plus 2 times negative 8 equals negative 6. 10, positive 2, negative 8, negative 16. Negative 6 equals negative 6. Let's check. Alright. So far, so good. Let's do one more of these. Solving a system of linear equations with whichever method I choose. I have a positive and a negative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this one by 2. Because then I will get a negative 6. A negative 6 if I multiply it by 2. So multiply this whole thing. I have to distribute this through everything. So I get 4x minus 6y equals negative 38. So I want to rewrite these. So my first equation, x plus 6y equals 28. 4x minus 6y equals negative 38. I'm going to add those two together. Excuse me. So, x plus 4x is 5x. Positive 6 minus 6 is 0. 28 minus 38 is negative 10. So x equals negative 2. So now I plug that back in. I'm going to plug it in here. So x, so I have negative 2 plus 6y equals 28. Because my x value is negative 2, so I just plug that in for my x value. Plus 2, 6y equals 30. Divided by 6, I have y equals 5. So what I think is my answer is negative 2, 5. But I am going to check to see. So x, so I have negative 2 plus 6 times 5 equals 28. Negative 2 plus 30 equals 28. 28 equals 28. Now I have 2x minus 3y equals negative 19. 2 times negative 2 minus 3 times 5 was negative 19. Negative 4 minus 15 was negative 19. Negative 19 equals negative 19. Check. Alright, that answer is correct. Okay, now I'm going to pull out some highlighters to get these. Oh, actually, I don't need highlighters yet. We'll do those tomorrow. Or next page. Graph the inequality in a coordinate plane. y is greater than or equal to negative 2x minus 3. So what I would love to see is your y-intercept and your slope like that. There's my y-intercept, there's my slope. So my y-intercept is negative 3, and my slope is negative 2 and positive 1. So 1, 2, 1. Or I can go positive 2, negative 1, positive 2, negative 1. So I'm going to draw this line. There's my line. And y is greater than. So I'm guessing it's going to be this zone up here. So I'm guessing it's this zone, but I'm going to check just to make sure. So I'm going to pick this point, 0, 0. Let's see if that makes it a true statement. If it's true, then this shading is correct. If it's not true, I'm going to have to erase all this shading and put it over here. So 0, 0. So 0 is greater than or equal to 0 minus 3. 0 is greater than or equal to negative 3. Checks out. So that's correct. All right. So I have for this one, my y-intercept is 1, and my slope is 1/2. 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. Get my line on here. And now, let's see, less than. So I'm guessing it's going to be down here. So I'm going to say, let's do 2, negative 1. Let's do 2, negative 1, and we'll plug it in. So negative 1 is less than 1/2 times 2 plus 1. Negative 1 is less than 1 plus 1. Negative 1 is less than 2. That checks out. So yes, in fact, it is all this area. All right. Pause the video when you need to make corrections. We are now checking to see if this ordered pair is a solution to this set. So I'm going to do 5 is greater than negative 1 minus 4. 5 is greater than negative 5. That checks out. So one of them checks out. And then y is less than 5. Let's see. Our y value is 5 is less than 5. So this is not a solution. That's not a solution for that set of equations. So here we go. Y is greater than x minus 4. So 0 is greater than negative 2 minus 4. 0 is greater than negative 6. That checks out. Y is less than 5. That's our equation. 0 is less than 5. That checks out. So yes, a solution. All right. Moving on to number 9, graph this system of linear inequalities. This is where I'm going to use a highlighter. So for this one, my y-intercept is negative 2, and my slope is 1 over 1, because it's 1, right? So start at negative 2, go 1, 1, 1, 1, so on and so forth. Now, do I shade above or below? It says less than, so I'm guessing I'm going to shade down here. So I'm going to test a 2, negative 2. So I'm going to test this point. So, negative 2 is greater than 2 minus 2. Negative 2, is less than 0. So that checks out. So, oops, I almost messed up. This is a dotted line. A dashed line, because it's not equal to. So fill in all the stuff down below. So that's our green one. Now our yellow one. Now we'll do green. Our y-intercept is -4, and our slope is 2, which is 2 over 1. 1, 2. So there goes -1, -2, -3, -4. And then we have a slope of 2 over 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. So there's our line, and now I got to decide which side is greater than. I'm going to guess it's up here, so I'm going to try 0, 0. So 0 is greater than or equal to 0 minus 4. 0 is greater than or equal to -4. That checks out. So for our green line, it's everything over here. And what it asks is, what is our solution set? Well, that is right here. It's where it solves it for both of them. It's where it solves it for both of them. So hopefully I was in the video for that. I didn't look at the computer. Okay. Solve the system of equations and determine whether each system has one solution, no solutions, or infinitely many solutions. So what I'm going to do, got a 1x, a 2x, a 1y, a 2y. I'm going to multiply this whole thing by -2. So I get -2x minus 2y equals -6. Because I distributed this through each one. And then I take my original equation, which is 2x plus 2y equals 6. So I have 0, 0 equals 0. So this is infinite number of solutions. Okay, now let's see for this one. I'm going to plug this right into here. So I get 2x plus 2 times -x plus 3. See, that's 2 times y, so it's 2 times this value. Equals 4. 2x. Oh. So I have a positive 2 and a negative x, so that's minus 2x plus 6. 2x minus 2x, that's 0. So I get 6 equals 4. And no solutions. This has no solutions. Okay. Pause the video if you need it paused. And go on to the last page. So number 12. Write a system of linear equalities that represents this graph. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this solid. The solid line is going to be the yellow. So for yellow, let's see, what is our y-intercept and what is our slope? Y-intercept would be -1, and our slope would be up 2 over 1. So our slope is 2. So we have y greater than or equal to -1. -1 is our y-intercept. So our slope is 2. 2x minus 1. Now, the part that they share is this part right here. So it has to be on this side of this line. So I'm going to say it's less than. I'm going to guess it's less than or equal to, because it's a solid line. And I'm going to check. So less than or equal to, let's just check one in the solution set. We'll do 4, 5. 4, 5. And that should make this true. So 5 is less than or equal to 2 times 4 minus 1. 5 is less than or equal to 8 minus 1. 5 is less than or equal to 7. That's true. So there's one of my inequalities, and that's my yellow. Okay, and now we'll do blue. I'm sorry, green. If you're colorblind, this is blue. And that'll be for our dotted line. So our y-intercept is 2. And our slope is up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. So our equation is y something 1/2 x plus 2. And it is here. So you know what? I'm going to try the same 4, 5. So I'm going to say, let's try greater than. If this works for this, then it's our solution. If this does not work for this, then we're going to have to do less than. So our y value is 5. It's greater than 1/2 times 4 plus 2. 5 is greater than 2 plus 2. 5 is greater than 4. So that checks out. So that is our linear equation for a green line. All right, a couple more problems. Solve the equation for x. Remember to solve for both solutions with the absolute value in number 14. So, solve, add x. So I have 3x equals 3. So x equals 1. I can check it. 2 times 1 equals negative 1 plus 3. 2 equals negative 1 plus 3 is 2. So that checks out. All right, now for this one, we're going to do 3x minus 4 equals x. And then we're going to do negative 3x minus 4 equals x. Minus 3x. Negative 4 equals negative 2x. X equals 2. And then we have to distribute this negative through the whole thing. Negative 3x plus 4 equals x plus 3x. So 4 equals 4x. X equals 1. All right. Last problem. You and your friend are buying throw blankets with your names embroidered on them. The cost of the throw blanket is X dollars, and the cost of each embroidered letter is Y dollars. Your name has 6 letters and a total cost of 29. Your friend's has 3 letters and a total cost of 24. Find out the cost of the throw blanket and the cost of each embroidered letter. So the cost is going to be the cost of the blanket plus Y times number of letters equals your total. Okay, so let's check out the first one, 6 letters. So x plus 6y equals 6 letters, $29. And your friend's has 3 letters, and it's $24.50. All right. So, what are we going to do here? How about we subtract? Let's subtract this from this. So, if I times this by negative 1, I get negative x minus 3y equals negative 24.50. So that's 0. 3y equals $4.50. Divide by 3, and I get y equals $1.50. I'm going to take that, I'm going to plug it back in. Let's plug it back into this one. So we get x plus 3 times 150 equals 2450. X plus 450 equals 2450 minus 450 on both sides. X equals 20. So if I were to put this on a graph, it would be 20 and 150. Now can I check it? You betcha. So if I check it, I plug it into this one, x plus 6y, so 20 plus 6 times 150 equals 29. 20, 6 times 150 is 9. 29 equals 29. That checks. And let's check the other one. X plus 3y. So 20 plus 3 times 150 equals 2450. Can't really see that, but I'll make it better. 20 plus 3 times 150 is 450 equals 2450. 2450 equals 2450. There you go. That is all of your Chapter 5 tests. Let me know if you have any questions. Please do all of your corrections, and we will see you in class tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.